Good morning, Course in Miracles number 171. And today talking about the course, what the course requires of you. And very often in the course, it'll have something that says the course requires very little of you. And then it goes on to explain why it's very little that it requires. And then I thought, well, I'm gonna talk through it in a video, and sometimes people might see what they think, but a couple of the main things of why it requires very little of you is that basically we're and we've talked about this before, we're doing all this stuff in our life to make it be better, right? Or whatever you're doing today, you're starting your day, doing your coffee, going for a workout, going for a walk, run, getting to work, and taking care of the kids, and you're doing your very best probably. And then the next thing, you're trying to do your best, and then maybe one of those things are like, oh, I just need a relief, I need a break. And we're in that cycle of doing, but the course requires very little. It just requires really a changing of mind. And one of the changes, and they're all one, but it's going to sound like I'm giving you a few examples. One of the changes is forgiveness, substitute forgiveness instead of attack. Another of the changes, substitute happiness, substitute joy instead of pain. Another one of the changes, substitute instead of fear, substitute peace, substitute truth instead of fear. And that sounds like lots of changes, but it's really one change. It's one choice, and the choice is for God, for truth. And it may sound like, well, yeah, but that's a choice that churches and the preacher, the pastor's been telling me all my life, and I still struggle. And I think that's why we struggle, is because we think we gotta do the change. And it's more like you can't change yourself to receive the atonement, to receive the forgiveness, to receive the gift. The gift's already here. The gift's available, and it's there. We just have the vision to see it. We have to have the vision to see it. And that's really the choice. The vision to see it, the changing of the perception to see it, the new sight. And then what we realize is that we ask and the Holy Spirit does the work, or we ask and God does the work, instead of like, okay, I got to do all this work, and then maybe I'll be worthy of God or the Holy Spirit. It's just a choice. It's the choice, the changing. And it is very little, because you're like, I don't know what the hell to do, and my life is where it's at, and I'd like it to be better. But what do we do? Well, I don't like my job. I got to get a different job. I don't like where my life's going. I'm going to have a new goal that's going to make me do better. And sometimes those goals do help, obviously. Or I don't like my significant other, so why is there so many divorces and breakups? Well, if this new person is going to make my life better, and very often that new person, you go down the same path, right? So it's a very simple requirement, very little. It may seem kind of scary, because I think churches and they're doing the best they can make it seem scary, but it's like, oh, the choice is let God, let the Holy Spirit guide me, and then things will make my path straight. And it takes our vision, takes our awareness, which I don't think is hard. It's actually when you do all these other things, which I've done and still probably doing, it's like, I think this choice they're telling me is actually easier. Probably would be better to do that. Hope that helps you.